Hello and welcome to round 3 of the 2022 British Rally Championship, the Nicky Grist Stages. The BRC's first trip onto gravel this season offers 8 fast, dusty and world-class stages across the Epint military ranges and forests of mid-Wales. So far in 2022, Pryce and Keith Cronin have dominated the top of the timesheets. Pryce has been fast, but a puncture and a subsequent disqualification last time out in Scotland cost him dearly.
It's going to be a good rally really. It's always notoriously dusty here, so yeah, challenging conditions and obviously challenging for the tyres as well. And like I say, we need to put the last rally behind us now and put our focus into this event and yeah, hopefully do the business here.
Cronin and Mikey Galvin come to Wales in the lead of the championship, but they know it's too early in the season to become complacent.
We get out there and do the best we can. Stages are fast here generally, so we'll just see how it goes. Like the gravel the last few years haven't got the best for me, just a bit of luck, so if we get a bit of luck, I'm sure hopefully we get a good result here.
Cronin led the field away then in his Polo R5, cleaning the gravel for the chasing pack. A fastest time on stage 2 brought him within 1/10 of a second of the lead, but Cronin would struggle to get to grips with the loose surface and would end the morning loop in second, behind a flying Pryce. Pryce was determined to make up for his Jim Clark rally disappointment and went fastest in all but one of the morning stages. By the time the crews reached service, he held a comfortable 12-second lead over Cronin. After 2 troublesome tarmac events, Jason Pritchard was relishing the return to gravel. He was third after the morning loop and ready to pounce on any mistakes from the crews ahead. Bad luck has followed Rory Bell around this season and struck again at the Nicky Grist. Sitting second after the opening test, a broken gearbox robbed him and Max Freeman of a very competitive run in the Skoda Fabian R5. Gary Pearson took a measured approach to the Mid-Wales stages. Debuting his Fiesta Rally 2 and the Hankook tyres on gravel for the first time, the Scot and co-driver Dale Furness would be aiming for nothing less than a 4th place. And there was a warm welcome in Wales for Andy Davis as he returned to the BRC after a huge shunt on round 1. Driving his fully rebuilt Fiesta R5, Davies professed to be driving his own rally and not looking at times during the day. A finish and staying out of trouble was the priority for him and co-driver Michael Gilby. With second place in the championship to defend, James Williams and Di Roberts were battling with technical issues in their Hyundai. They persevered, closing in on yet another podium result before suspension failure took them out of the rally on the penultimate test. The famous McRae name made a return to the British Rally Championship at the Nicky Grist, as Max McRae, son of 1995 British Rally champion Alistair, tackled the closely fought junior BRC category with Matt Kieran's on the notes. A blistering start saw them briefly lead before they settled in to finish the morning loop in 3rd place. Kyle White was another driver experiencing gravel for the first time in a new car, but he had no trouble adjusting to the new surface. Fastest time in stage 4 ensured he headed into the midpoint of the rally with almost 10 seconds in hand to 2nd place. And it was junior BRC leader Eamon Kelly who shadowed White all morning long. Slow out of the blocks, the Irishman gave himself work to do for the rest of the day, but would manage to keep the Peugeot of White within reach heading into the 2nd loop. Keith, you're just starting to respond to Oshan's time in there, quickest over the last stage, and you did well in here this morning. How was that?
Yeah, it's actually getting a lot rougher, but there's better grip. But some dips and compressions, maybe I was a bit hesitant, but she did hit quite hard and might have lost some time there, but other than that it was okay, but it's getting quite rough.
Good. Your rally leader then, 12.1 seconds in hand over Keith Cronin. Ocean, you've been on an absolute mission this morning. Has that continued this afternoon?
Well, I don't know. It was a bit scrappy in there, to be honest, but well, I'm smiling about it, so it couldn't be that bad. So yeah, probably I could have tidied it up a little bit in places, but just trying to manage the tyres, just aware that the weather's obviously getting a bit hotter. So, and these two next ones were our strongest stages, so we've got to keep a bit in the bank for this one, these two.
Jason, it's been a mightily impressive drive so far. How was that one for you?
Just enjoying it. Just, you know, every mile in this car I gain confidence, and that's what it's all about. I haven't had much, so yeah, smiling, enjoying it, and that's what it's all about.
It seems like the gravel is really suiting you in this car as well.
Yeah, I missed it.
Well done. Here's how the leaderboard looked then after SS6. Ocean Pryce and Noel O'Sullivan have a 12.8 second lead over Keith Cronin and Mikey Galvin. Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark are third, some 20 seconds behind, and then there's a big gap to James Williams and Di Roberts in fourth. Gary Pearson and Dale Furness sit fifth, with Andy Davis and Michael Gilby in sixth. Alan Carmichael and Arthur Kieran's lead the national charge in 7th overall, while Kyle White and Sean Topping are sitting pretty in the junior BRC fight. In the National Series, Alan Carmichael has proved his worth on both surfaces this season, and he took another convincing win in his Hyundai i20 R5. That makes it 2 wins from 2 starts for the Northern Irishman and co-driver Arthur Kieran's, thanks to victory at the Jim Clark. Craig Jones and Ian Taylor had limited gravel experience under their belts, but were delighted with second place in their Fiesta. Mick O'Brien's Ford Focus WRC was forced to retire from second spot in the 6th test. William Mains and Pete Penner rounded out the podium in their Corsa, an impressive feat on Mains' gravel debut. Back in the junior BRC fight, it was yet another consistent performance in the category from Johnny Mulholland and Owen Tracy, taking a solid 4th place in their Fiesta Rally 4, once again racking up those vital points. A hefty Jim Clark crash saw Johan Lloyd and Sean Williams make an impressive comeback and were well in the fight for the podium. Sadly, 2 delaminated tyres in the Welsh heat curbed their charge, but they continued under Super Rally to accrue some much needed points. Meanwhile, a fascinating battle was developing at the head of the junior BRC. Early leader McRae had slipped back down the order as the day progressed. He went fastest in the second pass of the halfway stage, but it wasn't enough to overcome the deficit to the cars ahead, finishing 3rd on his BRC debut. White and Sean Topping would endure a torrid end to their day. 2 punctures in the final 2 tests saw them rather predictably lose time, and with it, the junior BRC lead to a charging Eamon Kelly. Kelly was having dramas of his own, however. A minor off, a faulty alternator and a broken power steering made for the battle right to the line of the final test. Kelly and Conor Mohan were able to muscle the car to the finish to take their 2nd win of the season by a slender 3.5 seconds. Eamon Corner, congratulations. That's a junior BRC win here at the Nicky Grist, but it was very last gasp, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really don't expect to be here. I think we experienced every sort of emotion today after being off the road and having problems with the alternator, and then no power steering for 2.5 stages as well. So to be here is mad, but it's I suppose the epiphany, never give up. So yeah, it taught us a lot, and I'm just so happy.
It's been a good fight as well from both Kyle and from Max.
Yeah, like it was so tight. Every stage there was only, I think when we all had a clean run, there was only 1 or 2 seconds between us, which shows how tight the pace is, and that's what you want. That's why it's so exciting, and that's what makes it even sweeter. And fair play to them, they really pushed us on and made us dig deep. So yeah, just so happy to be here and grateful to have the strong competition too.
Jason Pritchard's impressive performance from the morning continued throughout the rally. He was fast and tidy on the gravel and was rewarded with a fastest stage time and a podium position, coming home third in the polo with Phil Clark on the notes. The battle up front was breathtaking. The two Volkswagens of Cronin and Pryce traded fastest stage times, whilst doing all they could to manage tyre wear in the searing heat. Both drivers would suffer punctures in the closing stages, but the gap to Pryce proved too much for the 4-time champion to overcome. After edging out a comfortable lead in the morning, Pryce was able to hold on to the last to take a vital BRC1 win at the Nicky Grist Stages.
Ocean Pryce, Noel O'Sullivan, winners of the 2022 Nicky Grist Stages. If that isn't a fight back, I don't know what is. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, and even with a puncture in that last stage as well.
I just heard Keith.
Yeah, couldn't write it really. Yeah, lost a bit of self-belief after the last rally, so it's nice to kind of get the job done really, and nice milestone. So yeah, chuffed with everybody. Everybody's done such a great job, and Noel especially. So really enjoyed the rally, to be honest. It's been such a good rally and challenging conditions, and yeah, chuffed to have the win.
You've been on fire as well. Keith hasn't been a slouch. You just can't back off in the BRC, can you?
You can't. These events are so sprinty. You've got to be on it from the first stage, and it's been a good battle. And you've got to look at the boys behind. They've been pushing hard as well. So really chuffed. Really.
Look at the tyre. Just look at what is left of that. Look at all of the tyres, guys. That's immense. Working so hard. Absolutely epic work from Ocean Pryce there. A great run.
Delight for Ocean Pryce, Noel O'Sullivan and the Melvin Evans Motorsport team, taking a well-deserved win in Wales. Confirmation of the final result then, with Ocean Pryce and Noel O'Sullivan taking victory at the Nicky Grist Stages, 14.9 seconds in hand over Keith Cronin and Mikey Galvin. Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark round out the podium. So it's Eamon Kelly and Conor Mohan that take their second victory of 2022. Carl White and Sean Topping take third, whilst Max McRae and Matt Kierans round out the podium on their junior BRC debut. And confirmation of the championship standings then. Second place for Keith Cronin means he retains the lead of the championship and has 11 points in hand over the chasing Ocean Pryce. Retiree James Williams and Di Roberts still retain third. And it's Eamon Kelly and Conor Mohan who top the championship tables in the juniors, with Carl White and Sean Topping in second. Johnny Mulholland and Owen Tracy round out the top three. Join us next time as the British Rally Championship heads back to Scotland for the Grampian Forest Rally in August. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you there.
Winners of the 2022 Nicky Grist Stages.